So the Dallas Cowboys have traded for a quarterback, and let me tell you something, it's already a better deal than the one that they got for Trey Lance. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Mauricio Rodriguez here at A to Z Sports Dallas. We knew this was probably gonna happen, and we already talked about Joe Milton last month, but now it is official. He is a Dallas Cowboy, and I grade the trade as a very positive one for Dallas, and I'll tell you exactly why. First and foremost, and I think this is one of the most important things about evaluating this trade, is it really didn't cost the Cowboys much. They're giving up a fifth rounder, which was one of their compensatory picks, and they're getting a seventh rounder in return, which originally belonged to the Tennessee Titans. If you do the math, they're actually moving back only 46 spots in day 3 and landing a quarterback in the process. Now, we knew the Cowboys were looking for a quarterback in this year's NFL draft. And the reasoning that we laid out for this potential trade in March was, well, who are they really going to get in the 5th round, in the 6th, 7th round, in what is considered a very thin draft class? Well, instead of picking somebody in the 5th round, now they're getting Joe Milton, which at least has some upside, really. Now, when I say that, I do want to be very clear. Joe Milton, who knows if he's going to be good, right? But he does have a freakish arm. There's a clip from Jacoby Brissett over in training camp from last year with the Patriots where he goes, Milton might have the best arm in the league as far as arm strength goes. He is an insane prospect in that sense. The problem is he has struggled with playing quarterback. He did in Tennessee. We haven't seen much of him in the NFL. I'll talk more about that later in the week. But at the end of the day, this is somebody that has some accuracy issues, that has some trouble staying calm in the pocket, that has some trouble reading defenses. But he has the traits to become somebody in the NFL. By the way, good news for the Cowboys. They don't need him to be a starting quarterback. They just need him to be a quality backup to Dak Prescott. And if in the future they decide, you know what, Dak Prescott, it's time to move on from him, maybe like in 2027, 2028, when it really makes sense, Joe Milton is not going to be the guy they replace him with. So lower your expectations for Joe Milton a little bit. Now, not only did Joe Milton cost less than Trey Lance, who the Cowboys got for a 4th rounder in 2023, but they're also getting a better deal just based on contract length. When they acquired Trey Lance, they did so with a 4th rounder, and they had 2 years of control. With Joe Milton, they moved back 46 spots in day 3, as I said, give up a 5th rounder, get a 7th in return, but they have a guy that is under contract for 3 years on a cheaper deal. Now, yes, I know they've got some different profiles because Lance was a number 3 overall pick. Joe Milton was a 6th rounder. But at the end of the day, the bet is pretty much the same, right? It's somebody that has traits, but that has really not played quarterback very well as of late. Now, what we have seen from Joe Milton, though, is a Week 18 game last season. A lot of people have been excited about that one. Let's just keep in mind, it wasn't against starters. The Bills were playing their backups. The Patriots were as well. That's why Joe Milton got the start that day. But he was pretty decent. He had a completion percentage of over 75%. That's more or less what you want to see in a game where they're not really having a very awesome game plan out there. They're just trying to get through Week 18. So Joe Milton, man, he's looking like the Cowboys' backup quarterback. I think Will Grier is going to take the backseat on this one. Joe Milton is likely going to have the inside track. But what I like the most is that they're getting a guy on the chip, 3-year control. This is what the Cowboys want to do, man, and I'm excited about it just because I think it's a good move. It might not be the quarterback of the future, but this is what you want your front office to do. Maximize draft picks, filling needs ahead of the NFL draft, and in this case, getting some upside in return. This is a move to be excited about, but don't think it's going to change the future of the franchise.